So, just a little bit of housekeeping before we get into this trailer reaction. Um, I just wanted to say that if you are wanting me to watch him in IMAX, then I would suggest going over to my post tab and voting in the top poll if you're wanting me to see him in IMAX. Or if you're wanting me to see one battle after another, go over to the post tab and vote for one after another in that same top post in my post tab because we are coming up close on the release date of both of those films. Him coming out on the 19th of September, one battle after another coming out on the 26th. So make sure you cast in your votes to see which film I get to go see in IMAX. So just thought I'd get that out of the way. But now, let us talk about the Knives Out franchise. So, funny enough, actually, the first movie I actually watched while I was in college. I remember it vividly. It was, I think, I want to say either January or I think it was February. February of 2020. Um, and I had heard that they were showing this movie at the school theater that we had. It was just like one of the auditoriums that they had um, on campus. And so I decided that, me and my roommate at the time, we would go and watch this movie because um, I. Did I end up seeing a trailer for this? I might have seen a trailer for this at some point, or I, I, I don't know if I did see a trailer. I might or I might not have seen a trailer for this. So I knew next to nothing about this movie, and I went in and I was completely blown away by that first movie. That first movie was so good. Um, the one little nitpick that I have is Daniel Craig's accent. Like as someone who you know is from you know uh, near the Midwest area, and he's going for like that southern like Kentucky or Tennessee drawl, and I live in that area. It just seems like just that tad bit exaggerated to me, but that's just my simple little opinion. You could have a completely different opinion about it. But that was like the one little nitpick that I had about the movie. But yeah, that first Knives Out movie was absolutely awesome, and then um, catching that second one on Netflix, I wish that they had put it in theaters because it looked really good, and that first one was really successful. Um, the second one, while I don't think it was as good as that first one, it was still a really good movie. Like Daniel Craig is still really good in it, and the cast in it was also really good. Leslie Odom Jr., Catherine Hahn, Dave Batista, Edward Norton, just a whole lot of people in it doing some really good stuff. So yeah, two really good movies under Ryan Johnson's belt, and now we have the third one, which is has the uh, I don't want to call it a subtitle, but it is kind of like the main title slash subtitle of the movie, which is "Wake Up, Dead Man: A Knives Out Mystery." The first teaser has been posted, and if I remember correctly, it drops on Netflix, I believe, in December. However, it is getting a limited release in theaters around, I believe, Thanksgiving time. So I'm going to try my best to try and check this out in a theater um, because, in my opinion, that's the best way to watch movies is in a theater. Um, but if I can't, I will still somehow try to watch this movie and give a review for it because I've followed this franchise through two releases, and I want to talk about the third one. But enough of me jibber jabbering on. Let us take a look at the first official teaser for Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.
This murder was dressed as a miracle. But what happened that night is a much, much larger scheme. To understand this case, we need to look at the myth that's being constructed. A man gives a sermon. He then, in plain sight of everyone, walks into a sealed concrete box. And 30 seconds later, that man is lying dead. A classic, impossible crime.
Okay, you're freaking me out now.
This is a holy mystery, unsolvable.
Holy shit. Sorry.
What the hell happened?
We do not know. What is truth? We don't know that. We don't. What exists? Does any of this exist? So,
What is even happening right now?
It is time to discover what this flock of wicked wolves is hiding.
Confess.
All right, stop. Here's what's gonna happen. Benoit frickin' Blanc and I are gonna ask you all some questions, and you're gonna answer them. We're gonna get to the bottom of who killed Monsignor Wicks and why. And then... that's it.
Now, who wants to go first?
Yeah, that looks really good. I really like the cast in this. You have a mix of well-established actors, like of course like Craig, Brolin. I didn't know Thomashadenchurch was going to be in this. Sandman himself, Kerry Washington, and milakunis as well. But you also have some up and coming actors like Caileespaeny, and what was the other guy's name? Daryl McCormack, which I don't have cable, so I don't watch a lot of TV. So if he's been in some TV stuff, I apologize. But this is the first time that I've heard of him. But yeah, this looks like straight out of, what is that Edgar Allan Poe story? The Cask of Montello, I think. I know I'm butchering the last name, but it reminds me of that story with going through different catacombs and stuff. That's what I imagine is going to happen in this movie. People going through tiny hallways and just going through nooks and crannies, because it's in the setting of a church. So that's what my mind immediately raced to, just looking at the setting of this. But yeah, this looks really, really good, and I can't wait to hopefully see this in theaters on November 26th. But yeah, that is my reaction to the official teaser for Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Like I said, Cast looks really good in this, and Ryan Johnson has proved himself in the first 2 movies. Let's see if he can stick the landing with number 3. And again, I look forward to hopefully seeing this on November 26th in theaters. But until then, guys, be safe out there, and remember, always bring a buddy with you whenever you go somewhere, whether it be, in a house that you're not familiar with or in a church that you don't frequent. Never be the person in the horror movie that says, "I'll be right back," because you're not going to be right back. You're probably going to be dead. So just bring a buddy with you wherever you go, okay? And I will see you guys next time.